Welcome to Cybernet with me, Lucy Longhurst. Coming up, we grapple with a monster, check out a Tomb Raider, brush up some photos, and get the exclusive story behind the new Half-Life. It's Cybernet. We begin this week's show in the company of that acrobatic adventurer Lara Croft. For her latest game, Tomb Raider: The Last Revelation on the PC, she's travelled to Egypt. However, our heroine is about to make a terrible mistake. By removing the Amulet of Horus from the tomb of the evil Set, she unwittingly releases the wrath of this ancient god. Lara now has to race against time to recapture this terrible Egyptian deity before he destroys humanity. Luckily, our athletic explorer has some new tricks to help her. She can now climb poles and swing on ropes. She also has a few new gadgets in her backpack, such as a laser sight and a pair of binoculars. The game introduces new characters too, like the evil archaeologist Werner von Croy, who started Lara on her career by training her in the art of tomb raiding as a young girl. The Last Revelation offers improved graphics, a greater emphasis on plot and more imaginative puzzles. However, some people may be disappointed that this title is a lot easier than Lara's last adventure. It also retains the terrible controls that can make these games so frustrating to play. But despite that, there's no doubt that the epic plot and atmospheric visuals combine to make this the most satisfying Tomb Raider game yet. And the fantastic Lara is just as graceful as ever. Cybernet gets groovy now as we showcase our top 10 video game dancers. Look at that baby move. Popeye's Bundle of Joy Sweet Pea bops in at number 10. At 9, in an attempt to distract us from their singing, the Spice Girls show us their moves. The funky flock from Sheep know how to disco and go straight in at number 8. Floats like a butterfly, moves like Michael Jackson. Ready to Rumble's Afro Thunder shows off his fancy footwork at 7. At 6, that posing pussy Kitty N shows us all the best ways to bust a groove. With moves to bring tears to your eyes, Chop Chop Master Onion Head jams into number 5. At 4, South Park Chef shows that he's got much more to offer than his culinary techniques. He may be made of granite, but look at him go! King Goron from The Legend of Zelda rocks in at 3. At number 2, a digital David Bowie displays some very odd manoeuvres as Boz from The Nomad Soul. But at number 1, the king and queen of the ballroom, Squall and Rinoa from Final Fantasy VIII. Action on 2 wheels next as the Dreamcast gets its very first motorcycle game, Suzuki Alstare Extreme Racing. With 12 tracks and 6 different motorbikes to ride, you're given the chance to compete in an increasingly difficult motorcycle championship. The aim of the game is to become good enough to race for the legendary Suzuki Alstare team. After all the realistic motorcycle games that we've seen recently, this one seems a strangely old-fashioned affair. Instead of driving around real racetracks, you get the chance to cruise by some unlikely locations, such as through a canyon or along the beach. The analog steering initially feels very twitchy, but once you get used to this, you'll find the handling to be very responsive. The way that the bikes collide with objects can also be extremely unconvincing, but after playing the game for a while, we love the exhilarating feeling of speed. Suzuki Alstare Extreme Racing is a simple game, but its sheer pace makes it a lot of fun. If you prefer more sedentary sports, then maybe golf is the game for you. If that's the case, then you might be excited by PGA European Tour Golf on the PlayStation. game hopes to recreate the action of a real PGA European Tour by featuring all the official courses and many of the world's top players. You have the option of playing a quick game or a full championship, and the title creates a good golfing atmosphere thanks to some excellent commentary.
I don't think he could have hit that ball any better. He must have had his carrot juice this morning.
Unfortunately, the game suffers from some terrible jerky graphics and an unfriendly control system. Although it's crammed full of options such as the ability to create your own golfer or play during the night, it's unlikely to appeal to casual golf fans. But if you've always dreamed of playing a PGA European Tour, this could be your chance, as long as you can find the green.
Oh dear, in the bunker.
And now something for the creatives out there. Taking photographs is a popular pastime, and now, thanks to a new wave of high-tech digital cameras, there's never been a better time to use a PC to help you with your pictures. Here's Cybernet's basic guide to perfect pics. Firstly, forget about using conventional photo film. On most digital cameras, you can view the picture straight after it's taken, and then decide whether to keep it or not. With many cameras, your images are stored on a smart card. You can then insert this card into a floppy disk and, with the help of a basic program, transfer your work to a computer. Another option is to scan the card by simply plugging the camera straight into your PC. Now that you've got your images on screen, you'll need one of the many packages around to apply those finishing touches. If you have a special picture that you haven't captured digitally, then this software also lets you use a scanner. With most software, simple step-by-step instructions take you through all the tools you'll need to touch up your photos. Amongst other things, you can brighten up or enhance any unclear snapshots and also remove any scratches or blemishes. Apart from tidying your pictures and increasing their quality, you can have fun with the special effects. Now, what Dungeon Keeper character does he remind you of? Some packages even allow you to design collages and blend images together. The software provides the basic outline, and all you have to do is simply drag your picture into the frame. Everything from greeting cards, calendars, magazine covers, and fun forms of identification can be created with the right package. With cameras now producing such high-quality images and software offering you the chance to make the perfect photo, you'll be creating great pictures in no time. Pay attention now, the tactics are back. When Pong arrived in arcades over 20 years ago, no one could have guessed how popular video games would become. This classic title was recently updated on the PlayStation and given a new lease of life with 3D graphics and tons of crazy obstacles. But if you're having trouble with the modern version, we've got some cheats to unlock all of the levels. Press Start on the zone selection screen, then press L1, R1, L1 and R1, and then resume playing the game. This code will allow you to access any level, including the 3 classic black and white Pong versions. So forget your Laras and Pikachus and wallow in pure computer nostalgia. Are you a man or woman of action? Do you think Bruce Willis is the best actor in the world? If you do, check out Dynamite Cop on the Dreamcast, a game that's got more stunts and fights than your average Die Hard movie. Like any action-obsessed combat game, the plot is really rather simple. The president's daughter has been kidnapped by a badly dressed madman, and you've got to get her back, namely by fighting your way through screens of increasingly tough baddies. Fortunately, though, their leader isn't the brightest man in the world.
Hurry up with that bomb! And where is that girl? Find her and bring her to me.
Whilst you can play the game by yourself, we found it was much more fun to battle away with a friend. Not only does this effectively double your attack, but best of all, you can use your mate as a weapon by picking him or her up and using them as a kind of large club. It's this humorous aspect to the game that makes it fun to play, with other bizarre weapons including bowls of fruit and huge fish. Unfortunately, Dynamite Cop is possibly the shortest game in history. We completed it in under half an hour, and whilst there are 3 different routes to follow, together with a survival and versus mode, it just doesn't keep you interested. OK, time for our competition now, so grab a pen. This week's prize is a PlayStation and a copy of MTV Sports Snowboarding to play on it. So here's your chance to speed your way into the record books with this adrenaline-charged winter wonder. To win this prize, call our number and answer this question. What is the name of the famous cyber babe in the Tomb Raider games? Is it A, Laura Ashley, B, Lara Croft, or C, Annabelle Croft? If you think you know, call 09009 113333. Please dial carefully and don't forget to ask permission from the person who pays the telephone bill first. We'll put up the question and number again at the end of today's show, so get dialing and good luck. Coming up, we go racing at Monaco, check out the new Half-Life and see some multiplayer mayhem. Anyone who's played Half-Life knows that it's much more than just another Quake clone. Blending a great plot with interactive characters, fantastic weapons and superb interconnecting levels, it instantly became a classic. And now, hoping to emulate its success, Half-Life Opposing Force has arrived, an add-on pack that's just as innovative as the original. Like any expansion pack, there's a host of new weapons to use, enemies to fight, and even a pair of night vision goggles to help you in the dark. But where, you may be wondering, is the innovation? Well, we had a chat with Gabe Newell, Half-Life's creator, to find out what makes Opposing Force so different.
In Opposing Force, it's actually a very interesting story because it occurs at the same time that Half-Life occurs. And you're playing as part of a group of the military people, except you essentially decide that maybe what's happening here isn't right, and because of what happens to some people in the squad that you're part of.
And as you're playing at exactly the same time as the original, you'll even get to meet, well, yourself.
A couple times in the game, you'll actually run into Gordon Freeman. Gordon won't know it because, as you know, when Gordon was playing the game, he never saw a group of grunts who were protecting him. But you will actually learn that Gordon was able to complete his missions because of various things that were going on behind the scenes.
For anyone who's completed Half-Life, Opposing Force is the ultimate addition. Superb level design, quality visuals and immersive sound effects all combine to make this the best add-on pack you can get. If you're more of a hopeless painter than a master artist, you need help from the Smart Team. Get Smart with Art is a brand new interactive CD-ROM that combines video, animation, painting and drawing. The layout of the title is very simple, and if you follow the instructions carefully, then the tasks will slowly become more complex.
Finally, add ears, eyes and a little wet nose.
There are many useful tips demonstrating art techniques. For instance, have you ever wanted to know how to draw lightning?
Now, if you carefully smudge the lines of your lightning, it will glow.
Once you've learnt basic drawing techniques, you can think about creating a picture. Picture composition is very important, so you can experiment to change perspective, viewpoints and lighting to achieve an aesthetically pleasing result. Can you guess who this character is? This is Morph, a pliable plasticine person. Morph makes an appearance on this CD-ROM along with his tiny friends, who you have to return to the box by clicking on them with the mouse. If you fancy taking a break from painting, you can visit the cinema. Many short animated films of Morph are featured, so you can watch him and his friend Chaz get into trouble. Morph's films are very, very funny, but if you're serious about improving your artistic skills, then Get Smart with Art can do just that. The simple yet essential techniques featured will get you well on the way to becoming a competent artist. More reviews now, and it seems that every console needs at least 2 Formula 1 games, and the Dreamcast is no exception. Here's Monaco Grand Prix Racing Simulation 2, one of the most detailed races in the genre. Although the lack of an official license makes it feel slightly unrealistic, it has just about everything else. Whilst the arcade mode contains only basic options, the simulation section has enough detail to make any F1 enthusiast happy. Every possible part of the car can be customised, and you'll even experience mechanical failure during a race, just like real life. The graphics are incredibly realistic, with great-looking circuits and pixel-perfect cars. This attention to detail will definitely appeal to hardened driving fans. The vehicle's handling stands out too. It takes a while to get used to, but is ultimately very rewarding. Even in the slightly easier arcade mode, the smallest mistake will see you spinning off the track. If you want to test your driving skills to the limit, Monaco Grand Prix 2 will do just that. If you're after instant fun, you may find it disappointing. Onto a game where you still get to drive fast cars, it's just that they don't necessarily belong to you. The sequel to the hugely successful but highly controversial GTA has arrived, and once again it gives you the chance to be a bad guy. GTA 2 is visually superior to its predecessor and offers you many more opportunities to cause chaos in the city streets. The aim of the game is to win respect from 3 rival gangs. You can do this by performing various tasks or jobs. After a while, the action does become repetitive and can be quite violent at times, but the missions later in the game do vary and will require some thought as well as skillful driving. GTA 2 is a worthy sequel, and car-crashing fans of the original will be fighting to grab a copy.
Busted!
September 1999, the Tokyo Game Show in Japan, and there was only one thing on the minds of the hordes of people that invaded the huge arena, and that was to catch a glimpse of the new super console, PlayStation 2. In our first report, we unveiled for the first time on TV the machine and some of its incredible games, including this spectacular beat-em-up called The Bouncer. But that was months ago, so we thought we'd show you a few more incredible titles we uncovered on our travels. Amongst the thousands of eager gamers crowding around the booths, there was a surprising amount of old games receiving the glossy PlayStation 2 treatment. An early version of Ridge Racer was on show, but most people wanted to see the awesome Tekken Tag Team tournament. The game allows you to pick fighters and then change between them at any time during the match. This means that you can mix any combination of brawlers and make up your own devastating attacks. Also gaining a lot of attention was Kessen, a battle simulation like you've never seen before. The sheer level of detail on the characters had most people rooted to the ground as they took in the sheer scale of what they were watching. Kessen takes you back in time to the age of samurai. Amazingly, there are up to 500 characters on screen at once, and the real-time battles involve scores of warriors fighting each other for overall supremacy. This isn't a pre-rendered sequence, but actual gameplay that's different every time you play. One of the more original games was this musical adventure that probably owes its inspiration to the pop group the Spice Girls. It doesn't have a title as yet, but from what we can see, it combines elements of Buster Groove, the dancing simulator, and Jamalami. Again, the level of detail was astounding and the lighting stunning. But not everyone was so impressed. finally, good news for RPG fans. The Legend of Lagoon, a spectacular adventure produced over 3 years, hopes to better even Final Fantasy and looks amazing. We'll have more on it soon, so keep watching the show that's always first with all the action. Prepare to enter the ferocious world of multiplayer combat now with the latest title in the Turok series, Turok Rage Wars. Although designed primarily as a multiplayer shooter, Rage Wars has a unique approach to the single-player game. To explain the concept behind this, we talked to David Dynamite, the creator of Turok 1 and 2.
At the tail end of Turok 2, once all the pieces of the multiplayer game had fallen into place, we had a huge stack of things that we wanted to add, so I decided that we could create a multiplayer game for the Nintendo 64 that could stand on its own.
The action takes place in one of over 40 specially tailored deathmatch arenas and features a superb array of weapons, some old and some very, very new. Mainly a multiplayer game, there are many modes available, including great two-player cooperative scenarios. But what if you haven't got anyone to play with?
We also have a new bot AI system that allows a single player to play against up to 3 bot AIs as well.
Thanks, Dave. Rage Wars is one of the fastest first-person shooters on the market, with a special award system for single players and some of the sneakiest bots around, whether you're playing alone or with your most ruthless friends. Be prepared for some furious multiplayer mayhem. That's all we've got time for in this programme. We hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget there's a console and game up for grabs, so why not give our competition a try? Until we return, there's one more treat for you and a chance to check out even more of the brilliant Final Fantasy VIII. It rules! It's Cybernet.